Building downtown.
Fresh piece of paper, maybe a whole fresh fucking pad of paper for this history lesson. Because you're probably the best guy I could ask about this. The history of Team HOMI. Can you explain or sum it up as much as you can? Because I know it's got deep history from the beginnings to how people are still getting added to it and what it means, what it represents, and how people become part of it. What is Team HOMI? You get what I'm saying.
All right. HOMI's a family, man. Straight up and down. It's not a rap crew. It's not a fucking rap group. Even though you know, hip hop is pretty much all of our common denominator. HOMI, it did start around the time we would get active in the battle rap thing. So obviously it has a lot of ties to battle rap, but you know, a good amount of Team HOMI don't even rap. You know what I mean? Like half of Team HOMI has nothing to do with music or battling or anything, you know. But I don't know where to start, man. Let's see. I say around 2009, 2010. You know, when we were doing the Grand Time East Coast thing. You know, Swave is my brother. Swave my day one. So, Swave. The original members were Swave. I might get one or two wrong, but it was Swave, Ike P, Cortez, PH. I think those are probably the original ones that you guys would know. Because we had other people that like you guys would know. So I'm not gonna mention them, but as far as who you guys know, I believe those are the first ones. And it kind of just became synonymous with battle rap. And the funny shit was, there weren't really no teams or anything in battle rap. Like we literally were doing this from jump, and it kind of became a monster of its own. Like it kind of became synonymous with anything I did, any East Coast event. Everything is Team HOMI. Like anything that happens out here, they blame it on Team HOMI. If a judgment goes wrong, it's Team HOMI. If motherfuckers is making too much noise, it's Team HOMI. somebody got chased outside the club, it's Team HOMI. Like,
Parking tickets, Team HOMI.
It's like, they blame everything on fucking Team HOMI. But it just, you know why though? Because we really, 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 like HOMI, we really stick together. I eat, you know, at holidays at my HOMI members' cribs. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is so deeper than this fucking rap shit. People don't really understand. Like we really a family. You know what I'm saying? We have holidays. We have, you know what I'm saying? We just do so many things together. And the thing is, if you look at the history of Team HOMI, people say what the hell they want to say. But when have you ever heard, even if someone like Cortez, right? Like I said, Cortez was an original member of Team HOMI. But you don't have nothing crazy to say about HOMI. Because HOMI is authentic. You feel me? Like it's authentic. Like we really be with each other. I really be with Swave like that. You know what I'm saying? Moneybags really be like he really come to the crib and sleep on the fucking couch. Like these guys is people I've lived like the past decade plus of my life with. You understand what I'm saying? Like we really stick together. And most people are just rap crews that fucking email bars and punchlines to each other on some fucking high school shit. Like, nah, we really give it up for real. Like we really tapped in with each other.
It's funny you say that because when you said Cortez, the first thing I thought was fucking Cortez original. What the fuck?
Same.
And like you just said, right? He's not out there running around saying it's Team HOMI, because it's like his real fucking family. That's real life shit.
More one is HOMI. That's what coach is HOMI. Like this shit, you gotta understand. These motherfuckers. Like when I go to Detroit, I stay with motherfuckers like this. Like when motherfuckers is in New York, they with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we take care of each other. If motherfuckers is hungry, well, it's been a while since shit like that, you know. But like I say earlier, you know, during our travel journeys in this battle rap shit before the money was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers would be like, be out in Brooklyn, you know what I mean? Not compensated properly. Whose door? Knock on my door, son. Let's go. I'm gonna go up the block. We're gonna get a buck. We're gonna go to the chicken spot. We'll get a snack box for everybody. We're gonna get some bottles. We're gonna get some tree. Y'all gonna sleep on the couch. And fuck them niggas that didn't take care of you. You with me. Mm-hmm. You with me though. So I don't care. Like, you understand what I'm saying? That's homie. You know what I'm saying? Come get something to eat, bro. Come break bread with me, son. Like, how's your daughter? How's your son? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're like, you need help getting a job? Maybe I can help you get a job. Like, regular shit, bro. Like, it's life. It's really what we do, man.
Yeah. So when you hear people yelling that shit that aren't necessarily, you know, part of it or whatever, I know you're not, well, I've never seen you go there, so I assume you're not the type to go out of your way to be like, fuck that guy, he's not this, he's not that. But for guys like you or before you, when they aren't necessarily part of it, but like you were saying, you know, you were half-ass joking about East Coast people yelling that shit out. Is it disrespectful, or do you just let it slide, or do you think like it's a trendy thing in battle rap? What are your thoughts or your feelings when you hear people yell that shit out?
Or is it making it bigger? You think it's giving it respect and making it bigger too? Maybe one of those things.
A good counterpoint, yeah.
It's part of the fun. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. I don't mind it. You yell at it because you want to be involved. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time to put pain in, that's something different. Like, you know. But I don't mind people repping. If I didn't want people saying it, I wouldn't sell Team HOMI shirts on tour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I have no problem with that. But you know, I know who gang is. I don't mind people repping and wanting to scream it out. Like, that's perfectly fine. I encourage it. Yo, thank you. Keep that shit alive. You feel me? Why not?
And so you think it's making it bigger, right? Yeah.
That's everything around me though. You feel me? Like.
It ain't our fault. But these battle rap gangs and cliques that form over the years, and it's like, this guy's not part of this anymore. Now he's part of this, and it's like fucking WWF shit from when I was a kid. But
I'm sorry. I'm talking over you. I apologize.
That's fine. You're more important than me. Trust me. Fucking. But yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, is that just? Is there any fucking point to that? Is there any benefit for that? Is there, like, because you see some of it, it's like, how the fuck are you guys connected in any way other than you're just part of this battle rap gang or whatever? Yo, like when Pat battled Tay-Rock and he started his first round off with, you're in 3 different battle rap gangs. Your mother must be worried sick at night. That was fucking hilarious because I wonder what the hell these things are. And people get caught up on it. People do interviews like, hey, yo, you left this battle rap gang to go with this battle rap gang. Is there any fucking purpose to that? Is it nonsense, or is it like you just said, they're emailing bars to each other?
I mean, yo, whatever support, I'm not gonna be mad at somebody support somebody. Everybody has a support system around them. Whether you want to call it a crew, a team, a gang, or whatever, everybody has something. You know what I mean? And if it helps, it helps you prepare as an MC. It helps you on your path, and it helps, and it, you know, still sharp and still. There's a bunch of hitters that's keeping you on point. Like, I have no problem with that. All I'm saying is there's a difference between these motherfuckers and HOMI. That's all I'm saying. I mean, motherfuckers, you want to flip from crew to crew to crew with HOMI. Like, you don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not, half the shit ain't got nothing to do with rap. When you listen, I mean, that don't have nothing to do with battle rap or rap in general. But battle rap, like, come on, bro. When you listen to the last 3-4 Sean Price albums, what he was saying, Team HOMI. You feel me? Like, Team HOMI was way bigger than, you know what I mean, a battle rap crew that was trading bars on a message board, bro. Team HOMI been bigger than that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm Team HOMI. We yell Team HOMI in movies and shit. I got paid to yell Team HOMI in body, bro. Like, what is you talking about? They paid me to say HOMI 4 times and stand there looking mean with Charlemagne the God. I got paid to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bigger than what people think. You know what I mean? A lot of people understand what how he constitutes. You know what I mean? So I don't mind people wanting to rep it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind people, but I know who's who and what's what. And people really need. If people know the history of HOMI is way deeper than just battle rap. Like I said, Sean Price is HOMI, Rock is HOMI, Immortal Technique is HOMI. You feel me? Like these are motherfuckers that are well removed from battle rap. You feel me? Like it stretches deep, bro.
But it's not just Team HOMI, it's also Penn. I mean, look, bro, I've had like 3 people reach out to me knowing who we have coming up that we haven't released yet. I swear to you, hitting me up being like, can you please get him to go, which I can't do. And I'm like, no, dude, he's not gonna do it on fucking command. You gotta have something to make him do it. And like, you have your own fucking followers, man. It's not just Team HOMI.
You know what's funny? That is a natural reaction. Like, hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, later.
Hello?
Yo.
Yeah. My bad. I thought that was my weed guy. I needed some tree, but that was a false alarm. But yeah, but that's just a natural reaction. And like when I record, that's one of my ad libs and shit. Cause that's how I react. Like that's a natural thing. I didn't realize, like when we first started doing all this battle rap stuff, I didn't realize that people would be watching me for my reactions. It was just like I was always putting on for everybody else. I'm thinking, all right, you're just gonna watch these 2 dudes rap. I didn't realize that I was that important to the stew that people would be paying attention to what I said, what I did. And then I realized that, oh shit, people use me as the gauge for reaction. You know what I mean? And if I said this, do this, like I realized that it's law. Like, and then I even realized it because it's been a while. I stepped away for a while. Like even in the tournament, I see that when people say, oh, if I didn't react a certain way, people really gauge my reaction and say, oh, well, you react for this person like that, you react for them like that. I'm like, why are you worrying about me? First of all, I'm not even a judge, so who gives a fuck on how I react? I'm not a judge, and I purposely separate myself from that to keep it as clear as possible. Like I would never be a judge in a battle with a Team HOMI member or no shit like that. So I keep them separate. So why do these people care about how I react to bars? But I didn't realize that I'm the barometer to a lot of people. And then you know what I'm saying? That's like the gut punch. If you say that, it's like like when you really getting into it, like when you really getting into the heat of the moment, you get the popping and shaking. That's that sound effect. You feel me? Like and I guess that's my trademark now.
Oh, well, it is. Well, so if that's the case, like that's some shit that just hits you. I mean, I feel you. I know exactly what you're saying. But aside from the fact that, like, if people really wanted to know what they need to run back and watch again in a battle they don't understand, what we need for that to happen, for like people just coming in that maybe can't keep up or don't know the history, we need like to rewind 5-10 years and just have Penn and Mindbender next to each other at every battle. So people who don't know what they're watching know they need to go back and watch to try to understand, because they can see that it hit.
I was just thinking that. I was like, if Penn has one more battle left in him, it has to be against Mindbender for fucking reactions. It's great. You can gauge things off of your guys' reactions for people that don't know what the fuck's going on.
Did you guys ever see, Minnesota Luke actually made a compilation?
It's a 14-minute video of you. Yep.
Yo, I hated that video for so long. But then I'm like, it is. I had to embrace it, bro. I had to embrace it because I know it wasn't done out of malice, but I really didn't know that my reactions were that important to a battle. I promise you, Like, see, people now, they do shit because they know they're on camera. All this shit is 100% organic, no pun intended, natural. Like, it really just is what it is. Like, even when we filming the Grand Prix, like, there's a shine to it. It's well produced, but it still is what it is. Like, if you fuck up right there, that's a fuck up. There's no rewinding back. It's just totally, and that's just how we run. You know what I'm saying? That's a special, it's a special thing, man.
So wait, it is like a visceral reaction. Like, there are times that I see you and hear you do that like, I feel that shit in my soul on my end over here. So I know it's a lot of battles and it's a lot of time that you've been in the game, but is there a single moment that something hit you so hard in the moment when you were there in the building that you can look back right now and be like, man, I've been there for a lot of moments. I've been there for a lot of bars, but like that one just fucking knocked me off my feet.
There was so many, but for the sheer sake of the magnitude of the battle, I'm gonna have to say the loaded Lux. I remember I was in Lux's corner when he battled Calico.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that told him Harlem Hospitals was giving beds out, and I didn't realize that. See, my whole thing is I'm just trying to produce a great event, whether I'm helping with, whether I'm doing it all by myself, or whether I'm doing it with Smack, whether I'm doing it with Organic, whoever, direct, whoever. So like, if there's anything I could do to help keep the shit flowing, I really didn't realize, because when things are going on, you don't realize the match. Like, no one knew at that moment this is gonna be a moment that lived in history. You gonna get this work. Nobody knows that this is gonna be a moment that's gonna echo for years on. You know what I'm saying? No one knew that shit. It's a battle. All right, Lux is battle. All right, cool, dope, whatever. Like, no one knew that shit was gonna happen. So none of this shit was planned. So I'm standing behind it because I'm always on stage, and I'm one of the people. Even though I'm big on the reaction and shit like that, I also I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm a fairly large man. You feel me? So like a lot of times, like,
really, I thought you're JC size.
Yeah,
Comparable, right? You and Ilmac are on the same size, right?
Aww, Ilmac.
But like,
sorry,
I'm able to regulate if things occur, if things go awry. It's good that someone of my stature is right there in the mix. You feel me? So that's always good. But to get to the point, like, we didn't realize it was gonna be a classic moment. I'm just trying to make sure everything's going smooth. So when Lux fucked up, I said it low. Like, I didn't say it loud. But I didn't realize the camera was going to be right there, and I'm right over his shoulder, and I'm like, I don't know how to give him beds out. I don't know how to give him, you know what I mean? So I didn't realize that was going to be directly on camera, and then there's so many reactions in his bars that I was reacting to, but being that it was such a monumental battle just in hip-hop history, so I guess those reactions, I get, he said, and he said a bar that wasn't even that crazy, but the way Lux has a gift of just making everything sound so clean. When he did the ain't it evil to live backwards or some shit, and I fucking reacted like I was like, somebody just told me I was having
yeah.
It wasn't even that deep. But I did this like fist clutch, and I'm like, yes. like I was having an orgasm or something. Like, bro, it wasn't that serious, bro. But I've been caught up in the moment, man. Like, I really listen. This shit really flows through my veins, man. Nothing on earth speaks to me like this rap shit, like this hip hop shit. So I really, this shit really runs through my veins. Like, every project I do is like I officially have 2 albums out, but every event that I throw, every pay-per-view that I book, every battle that I put on, that I've uploaded to YouTube, those are all projects to me. Those are all like albums, like, pretty much. Like, those are all individual projects. So like, I have so much pride. I put everything into all that shit, bro. So like, the reaction is, that's me giving back, and that's also me giving them the energy, because you say some hard shit, you want somebody to react. I mean, you don't want nobody. Like, I hate the forced reaction. I'm reacting because I know I'm going to be on camera. Like, I hate that shit. You know what I mean? And I realize that a lot of people do that. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, this is a popular thing now. So everyone wants to be a part of it in some way, shape, or form. Which is why there's so many bloggers. You know what I'm saying? Because they couldn't rap or something. I don't know.
Now hold on now. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
Now, listen, if it don't apply, let it fly. I don't hate all bloggers. But some of these motherfuckers don't even care.
No, I'm fucking with you. But look, you talking about monumental battles, right? You mentioned direct. Yeah. I know we got some time off. We're not going every Sunday now, so we got to fill some Sunday time when it's not a tournament weekend. So, I mean, when are we going to see the Penn direct rematch?
Written format, 3 rounds, 2 minutes apiece.
Judge.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna say something. We were actually all talking because you know all of us rap. You know what I mean? Some of us, you know, I rap for like I've been rhyming almost my entire life. Like I do it for enjoyment. Like it's just even if I never put out another record or nothing, I'm always gonna rhyme. You feel me? Like that's just what I do. Like that's you know, that's how I made my way out here in the street. But we were actually all talking about this shit. Like, yeah, you know, I think we were talking. It was supposed to be. This is all jokes though, but we were talking. It was gonna be direct and lush, and then me versus organic.
Oh no.
Yo. Well, we had
direct what about 2-on-2? I could do 2-on-2.
Well, we had direct on. I was saying in the finals, why don't we have that for the co-main event? We do a 2-on-2 in the finals. Yeah. You and direct versus lush and organic. And I brought it up to a couple other guests we've had on, and when I brought the couple I brought up to kind of laughed whatever and had fun with it. I brought up to Sharon, and he was like, that wouldn't be as good as you think it would be. And he's like, organic really doesn't do this anymore. First of all, he said direct would be the monster to watch out for out of the 4 of you.
I mean, direct still like I don't write battle raps, bro. Like I haven't written a battle rap and anything, or I say anything geared towards that. Even that thought process in way more than 10 fucking years, bro. You know what I mean? But I have records. Like if niggas want to hear my work, you know what I mean? That's different. Like we can go verse for verse. Like I smoke anybody boots. Like I rhyme, bro. Like look at my freestyles. I got freestyles from the fucking radio on YouTube. You can check it if you think I'm capping, pull it up and see if I'm lying. You feel me? Like I do this. So, but as far as battling, like I haven't really, you know. But as far as rhyming, I'm always in tune. I'm always in step, bro. I do this. Like, I do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, rhyming is something that I will never not do. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's not professional or whatever. And I'm still recording music, too. It's just this whole pandemic just made things so weird. So as far as releasing, we're trying to figure out what we're going to do because this is a whole new time now. You know what I mean? But I'm always ready to rhyme, bro. As far as battling, that's something we got to get back into. And the same rules apply. Like we were talking about, like say with them, with you know those industry dudes and shit. Like I would want to take it serious too. I would have to, you know, call up Swave and all these motherfuckers and just lock in. You know what I'm saying? And fight and sparring. So if I can hang with Swave or whoever, then I know I can hang with whoever else, because Swave's been one of the best for a decade already. You feel me? You know, but that's something I would really have to focus on. But I'm not opposed to it, man. I rhyme, bro. I'm an MC. That's what I do. I rap, bro. Like, I do this. Like, I do every aspect of this hip hop shit, bro. Like, I do this.
So you keep mentioning all these people. We're all talking about all these people in the industry in battle rap who. I mean, not just KOTD, not just present day, but bar none, anybody in battle rap, who reminds you the most of you?
That's a very. I never looked at it like that. I see qualities in people that remind me of like maybe approach or whatever. Like I don't know if people, if you guys are well versed in my shit. Like I'm kind of unorthodox. Like I don't really rhyme like many people. I guess my voice. Maybe my patterns and shit. So like I see things, like I remember when Suge was coming up, I was like, yeah, if I was the batter, I want to battle somebody like Suge, because he gonna bring that, like that's that big. I'm not saying I'm bullying no shit like that, but there's been times that I've been categorized as that by people for whatever reason, maybe just off appearance or whatever have you. And I have a large persona, even I'm a big guy, but I have a large persona as well. So I see shit like when I Suge, I used to love that. I used to always be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's somebody I would like to, you know what I mean? Like somebody like that, but Marv, bro, like, and that's my twin anyway, man. Like Marv, bro, like Marv, the thing about Marv is wild intelligent, right? He could he could do the street shit because he's from there, but he doesn't lean on that. He normally goes into his other skill sets when it comes to rhyming, and I'm a lot like that as well. You know what I'm saying? So, but I can't really look at one person like, yo, that's who I think I would be if I was
like anybody in an overall sense, like not just rapping, but like promoting or just like being in the game. Like, is there anybody else that you feel like is similar to you?
Well, I mean, I could tell you who's learned from me and become very successful off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like Street Star Norbs.
Oh.
That's my man. So I'm not talking shit. That's my man. He said it in his own blogs. Like I should go to the events and watch what Pim was doing, and I applied that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fact. So I'm not talking shit. It's the truth. Norbs. Mm-hmm. And you see, and aside from the bullshit going on, you see what he helped build with URL. You know what I'm saying? He helped build the largest, arguably the most popular, you know what I mean, battle rap. To some people, URL is battle rap. There is no other. You know what I mean? And Norb's got a large amount of his game off a game. As far as doing what he do from me. And watching how I gave it up. You know what I'm saying? The little bro Lexx Luthor. He has the passion. He has the passion that I had when I met him. I met Lexx. He was like 18 in Staten Island, because I'm that motherfucker. I'm the dude, pre-COVID. You know what I'm saying? I'm the dude that was in every club. Every open mic, I don't care if it was 5 people there. I don't care if it was 50, 500, 5,000. If there was something going on, I was there. Like I don't give a fuck. I still round at open mics. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no shame. I just love to do this shit. So like, I was out with the bro PH. Rest in peace to my big bro. We was in Staten Island. I seen Lexx. I went to go see somebody else, and then fucking Lexx. Little fat roly-poly motherfucker on stage. I'm like, I thought he was because we were in Staten Island. I thought he was like Italian and shit. There's a lot of Italians in Staten Island. I thought he was like he was a white boy and shit. I thought he was like Italian or something. But I found out he wasn't and shit. And I was like, yo, I met Lexx that night. And I didn't know, obviously I didn't know that a decade, whatever later, we still gonna be in tune, but there was something about him that resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? So I kept in contact with him and I put him in the loop. And this dude rocks. He was around from day one. He just wasn't ready as of yet. You know what I mean? Which is why he wasn't in like none of the ground time, the G-Tech cars. He was still kind of developing. But he was in the draft with Dutch Vega and with Dutch Vega, Sarah Connor soul calling everybody. You know what I'm saying? And Dutch literally he used to come back when I used to when I was able to keep a job before I got too famous to freaking work a job and shit. Like, Lex used to come pick me up from my job, him and PH, and we go, you know what I mean? He did soak up game. Come to my crib, ask me questions. And then next thing you know, he literally applied everything. That's why I laugh and I'm like, yo, I fucking, you know, I don't have a direct relationship with anybody at URL now, just due to how things work themselves out. But then I still got people coming into URL because Lexx is a scout for URL. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny. I still have people everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Lexx really, really, really applied everything, bro. Like everything. I'm in fucking awe. So like, it's funny. So now if I need help, I can call Lexx. Like, yo, son, because what I was doing before, when I was going to every club, like how I seen him in a club in Staten Island, a kid with no footage, and was like, yo, he's dope, I need to know him. He's the same motherfucker watching every battle online, and literally he's the only motherfucker I know that has a new roster of MCs every fucking month. Does do all of them stick? No. But he keeps a consistent stream of talent, content. He helps develop them from start to finish. And he's pushing them up from URL through King of the Dot to whoever takes them, and he's giving back, bro. And like, I can't express enough how impressed I am with what he's done. And now I could call him because he does what I used to do. Because he watches. If there's a dude that has a battle with 48 views, one of those 48 views is Lexx.
Yeah, that is fucking fact. It's funny too when he puts people on blast on there. But I got a funny story now about Lexx. So I covered MMA and combat sports for a long time. Lexx started following me on Twitter a long time ago. He would retweet my shit. What's up?
He was a jerk?
No. But this is funny. This is funny.
He's a jerk.
No, this is funny. This is funny. So he's retweeting my shit here and there. He's commenting on certain things that I'd write or shows I'd put out, interviews I do with certain fighters, this and that, and like, you know, completely cool. And I, being a fan of battle rap, I was like, oh shit, it's this dude. Fuck, I follow him back. So about a week ago or so, I was like, because I noticed exactly what the fuck you're talking about right now, what Lexx is doing, okay? It's like, shit. Mm-hmm. And as I mentioned earlier in the show, about having, you know, crossover type people, but, you know, weaving in it with the right person. I was like, Lexx will be perfect. We talk some MMA, we talk some KOTD, we talk some URL, what he's doing over there. Perfect kind of guy. So I go to Twitter, I go to Lexx, he doesn't fucking follow me anymore. I was like, motherfucker. That's hilarious how the tables fucking turn like that.
He got too famous, man.
Yeah. He's big league me, man. He fucking big league me. No. But the people that's probably tuning into this for you know, what's going on currently, the GP, we haven't even touched on that yet. We're down to the final 8. I guess we kind of go back first and then forward. When were you first contacted about this KOTD Grand Prix?
The whole Grand Prix was put together relatively short time. From the whole thing took less than a month to put together. So literally, I say before the West Coast event, whatever the first week of the West Coast, I was probably locked in maybe 3 weeks before that. Like, it was just talks. Like, the situation occurred, and then I knew things were on the horizon because, you know, I'm always tapped in. That's just, when you tapped in, you tapped in. And yeah, but it was put together in a relatively short fashion. Like, the whole thing from round 1, Los Angeles, like, it was probably like less than a month from getting the deal to getting the MCs to getting everything started. It was a very quick situation. So I'm gonna say I jumped in probably, I think about a week and change after they had already set the deal and got the number of MCs. So I was probably like a week and a half after. So it was about 3 weeks from when it was booked to when it started, and I was on board for about a week and a half in. And we still had to book MCs and everything, bro. It's amazing how this shit has turned out. And we just, but like I said, that's why there's always certain people that are called when it's time to make things happen. And it doesn't matter, what the entity is. The same people know how to keep things afloat and make magic happen. It doesn't take just money. It takes a certain skill set. You know what I mean? It takes a certain know-how. You know what I mean? And Organic's a vet, bro. But he's tapped in. And he knows we're tapped in. So we made this shit happen real quick, man. Yeah, like I said, so about a week and a half into it, from the time they got this, the situation going, they hit me up a few times. I was like, let's see what's up. I weighed out my options and shit, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I like the idea, and I always like doing innovative things in battle rap. I've innovated. I made a lot of innovations in battle rap. So when it came time for a tournament, 50,000, I'm like, yo, I'm with that. That's something that hasn't been done before. It's the biggest prize in battle rap history. I like making history. I like being a part of history. So yeah, let's get it going. You know what I'm saying? So I signed on. I got a few made a few calls, got a few of my guys involved. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. And we all worked. I represent the East because, well, I'm from the East, and this is my region and everything, so that's just what it is. But to be fair, we all helped book every division in all the MCs. So it wasn't like, we all had input on each division. It wasn't like, okay, I'm just gonna do this East and you guys are over there. Like, now all of us were hands on with all divisions. You know what I mean? So that's
what about the result? Are you satisfied? You think it's kicking what it should, or you think it could do even bigger, better?
As far as what in particular? I mean, the result as far as like certain matchups or just the tournament itself?
The tournament itself. Do you think it's gonna? You think it has a potential of being like a yearly thing, or maybe every couple of years, or
Yeah.
is it? And how's also? Do you know how's Twitch reacting? Are they loving it? Are they in on it? Are they liking what they invested in? I guess.
Twitch, they're very happy with the content. They're enjoying it. We're bringing a lot of views. Like I said, the event that we did in the East, the second round East division, that brought in record amount of views for. They're in tune. So I mean that on that side, everything is good. I mean, but we plan on this being a reoccurring situation. We just have to wait to see how this plays out, the final numbers and everything. How many people subscribe? But, we're also trying to get subscribers. People subscribe to Twitch as well. So all of that factors in. But they're happy with what's going on so far. They're very happy with the content. They're very happy with the turnaround, how quick and efficient it is. How we can make things happen like at the drop of a hat down there. They're happy with the people that we're bringing out. They're on board, man, and they know that this is pretty much an experiment, yo. But it's an experiment that's going well.
With the judging right now, is that exactly what's going on? Experimenting, trying different things. Because on the recap for the North Division we did Sunday, we were talking about how now all four judges are at home, and you guys have been mixing up different judges, different things. I don't know. It could be a result because of the controversy from round one of the West, the very first event, or if that's something you guys plan to do from the start. But at this point, is that exactly what the plan is? Mixing things up to see what works for the future?
Yeah, it's all a work in progress.
Yeah.
Like we really we go to the talk back, the Facebook group. We go online. We go to obviously we go to IG. We go to Twitter, and we literally communicate with people. Oh, this was what? We gotta fix it. This was good. We gotta improve on this. This we can tone down on this. Now, we literally every week it's a work in progress. You know, none of us we don't have the precise formula as of yet. You know, or maybe we'll get it by the end of the by the last event. Maybe we'll have the formula down pat. But it's definitely a work in progress. And if we see things that need to be fixed and adjusted, we work on it. Like you saw the situation with the frat disaster thing, we adjusted. You know what I mean? Ice was going way over in the first round. We didn't think that foresee that being an issue in the tournament. Someone rapping too much. You know what I mean? We had to make adjustments for that. Okay, you rapping too much. Okay, boom. So we had to make adjustments for that. So you know what I mean? So literally every week we make adjustments to try to give people the most ideal experience, because we really want to be here for the fans, for the consumer. We want to keep this coming back. We want them to subscribe, and we want them to follow us. So we're going to take heed to anything that makes sense that can help us move on and improve and keep delivering. So yeah, there's going to be something different every week. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the judges, we switch up the judges a lot because we don't want to hear none of that bias shit. You feel me? People can say what they say about it. You know, people always throw that Team HOMI shit at me. And it's like, yo, bro, I can't help knowing a lot of people. I have a lot of friends. It is what it is. But I also, if you guys also realize, I remove myself. I don't judge shit. And the funny thing is, I'm the most fair motherfucker because I tell my HOMI motherfucker if they lost quick, fast, in a hurry. I won't clown my mans, but I'll tell them because that's how you
gotta tell them. You can't lie.
And that's the thing. So it's like I would be probably one of the better people to judge my people's battles, but I've removed myself from it just so there won't be any confusion. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep things as transparent as possible, and that's why every week if there's an issue that needs to be resolved, you know, the fans speak up, and we're of the people. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense, like we communicate with each other damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? We have a group with all of the staff, and we communicate all the time to see what we can do to improve shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if whoever's not live at the event, we're literally watching it at home or wherever we are and commenting as we're going along. And whoever's hosting is literally going back to the chat in between shit like, oh, okay. Like, we're literally just on it 24/7. You know?
Yeah, and I keep seeing things, whether it be in Talkback or if Organic posts something on his own Facebook or whatever about people like, you know, the Gullies, the Rigos, the Troy Daniels, like King Flies behind the scenes. You know, they see you team captains out there, but those guys are like, yeah, J Pro, another one, right? They're like the unsung heroes of this. It seems like you know the guys like Organic, you know, and I'm assuming you yourself probably have a certain amount of appreciation for them and what they're doing that people don't see out there, or like Avo's man Clayton.
King Fly don't get no props. Yo, King Fly's the fucking goat, bro. King Fly's been my dude for a decade, bro. Fly is the man, bro. He's always the one in the clutch. He got you. He's so resourceful, and he's just a good all around good dude, man. So shout to King Fly, man.
Yeah, we had him on to talk about his role in all this, and it was interesting to learn, you know what I mean? Because you see him pop up on social media, you know he's a part of it, you kind of have an idea, but I asked him flat out, like, what the fuck is it you do? And he explained it, and he played it off like, you know, I do all the stuff that doesn't matter, and Krill jumped in, he was like, sounds like you do the shit that matters a whole bunch. Like, he's a big part of that wheel that turns.
Oh, yeah, huge. Huge. I just wouldn't go with it. I guess his name is King Fly because without him, he can't fly. You feel me? So, King Fly, you know what I mean?
So we're halfway through this tournament, a little over halfway. We're down to the final 8. What are the performances that have stood out to you? Who surprised you so far? What are some of the letdowns, if you will? What like, you know, what are some of the highlights and lowlights of this thing so far?
All right, let's go one at a time. Actually, the first one, I want to stick to one and then go. So actually the first one.
Okay.
So, we do a highlight first, or
Highlights. Let's go highlights.
I mean, let me see if my
and by lowlights, I don't mean like things you're disappointed in. I just mean like fucking, maybe things you were surprised with, upsets, things like that.
All right, let me see. Let me try to see if I can go through my mind real quick. Quick highlights. First week, obviously, the frack situation, huge highlight. They had to make adjustments from that. No slight to disaster, but there was no way that frack was like they gave this motherfucker every round. It was like they gave the disaster 3-0. Like, that's ridiculous. But anyway, so that was a standout. Disaster frack was a standout for week 1. Eddie I and Excel was a great standout. Clone in the South with the 3-day prep after Oops wasn't able to perform. After Oops pulled out of the tournament, we thought it was going to be very bad. And then everybody knows part of things who was a KOTD, mainstay, just all of a sudden popped about the blue. So everybody thought it was a setup. The white dude just trying to set up Clone. They favorite. I heard all that shit. Let me tell you, there's so many conspiracy theories, and it's funny because now that's a whole other thing. The king of the bad thing and the race thing, it's so weird, bro. But yeah, the white boy is trying to set him up. So that was a highlight of that week. And then when I did my event, Eddie I and Excel was an amazing battle. You know what I'm saying? That was the battle of the tournament up until then. You know what I mean? So that was a highlight. Marv Bourne has been shining. Marvin Sharon was a highlight. Mm-hmm. Jay Murder's been exceptional. People are sleeping on Jay Murder. Murder. I think Jay Murder can take it all. And people can say, you seen her? Yeah, Jay Murder can take it all. But he's battling Times next, so we're gonna see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Times. He beat Real Deal. That was a highlight. Then the motherfucker pulled out 50 bands last week.
Yo, what'd you think about that? What did you think about pulling out the 50 G's?
We actually had a discussion about that. What do you think about props? Should that be in a judge battle? Do you think that should be a plus?
If it works, it works. As long as it's not something that totally just like that's a complete distraction or you leaning on it as a crutch. If you use it quick and effective and it works, I don't care.
Should it be considered if the judges' criteria though?
That's something to discuss. That's something that we never thought about.
Yeah. That's what, right? Like for me, if I was a judge, and like I'm not saying I'm fucking qualified to be by any means, but if I was, to me that's like, if a fucking fighter has some fucking something on their gloves that's fancy, or they do some sort of fancy walkout or some shit, that doesn't apply to the actual fight. But there is something that if you use the prop correctly that works along with your bars and stuff, maybe it should be. But if it works incorrectly, should you have
if it does a spinning back,
if it falls flat, it should be held against you as well.
That's what I was saying. Should it? Like, that's where I don't.
This is more like this is more like a spinning back kick in a fight. You know what I mean? This is not some. You know what I mean? If it works out and it lands, it's good, right? But you could also stretch the shit and make it awkward and boring, right? If you missed. Like, but buddy with a phone, I forgot who was it with the phone. Remember if somebody's phone went off and he worked it into a battle? I keep forgetting who was it.
My man in North did that. Damn, I
forgot. South.
Dude in North. South?
Yeah, it was the South. Wasn't it? It was before the So Severe Eddie I battle.
It was the one of the exhibition battles.
Yeah. We are fucking terrible battle rap fans, by the way. You included, Pat.
I've been at more battles live than people have seen online, bro. It goes jumbles together after a while.
I agree with you.
Do you think that thing was set up, or do you think that was a legit accident? Because it sounded like an alarm for me. I know that phone, and it sounds like an alarm, but you could set an alarm as a ringtone.
I don't know, but it worked. My thing
it worked
if
well,
it works,
right?
Like, if it works, it works. But see, but then if you want to get into that, then there's so many other things. So what do you feel about when somebody else jumps in and spits 8 bars right there? You know, then there's so many other, you know, at the end of the day, if it works and it doesn't take too much away from the battle itself, I have no problem with it. If it's a crutch and that's all you do with antics, then nah, get rid of it. But if you do one and it's quick and effective, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So those are the good parts. The bad, the disappointments. Chef Trez unable to complete his obligations. That was very disappointing because he was one of the favorites, and period, point blank. So that was a disappointment.
What do you think would have happened if him? What do you think would have happened if him and So Severe met up? If they would have battled? Unless you want to be impartial on this and say no comment, that's no problem. But
opinions are like assholes. You know what I'm saying? So Severe knows how to command the room, but I think Chef is more versatile. So I probably would say Chef. That's not a knock because Severe's been proving everybody wrong the whole tournament. So I could be totally wrong. So it's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But face value, so you take it. If you're a betting man, gun to your head, you'd have to go with Chef Trez slightly, basically.
Yeah.
Amy,
yep.
Amy, what did you think going into that battle was going to happen?
This will never die. Will never die. No, man. I said. And I believe Penn just said it in a much more diplomatic way.
So we did the South Round 1 recap show, and Amy said So Severe's he's gonna get washed by Trez. So I'm talking to So Severe a few days afterwards, setting up for him to come on the show. And I was like, okay, so I got 2 co-hosts. One is Kirill, blah, 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 blah. And the other is Amy. He's like, oh, Amy. Yeah, she sounds awesome. She said I'm going to get washed by Trez. And I was like, oh, you heard that, did you? And I was like, what do you want her to lie? And he was like, no, it's all good. I don't want her to lie at all. But it was fucking funny. She gave So Severe 0 fucking chance.
No, well, but again, why do I always have to explain this? Jesus. What the comment was based on both of their performances that night from that event. If those two had the same performances up against each other, it would have been Trez easy. There would have been no question.
And you know what? That's a fair assessment. I'm not even mad at you for saying that. I'm not mad at you for that.
That's all. And I said it to Severe. I said what I said. I believe that's how it would have gone.
Opinions are like assholes. And the thing is, Severe's been proving people that thought he was going to lose. He's proven them wrong twice in a row. You know what I mean?
Shiny.
The Eddie I shit. You know what I mean? I would have. I personally thought Eddie did his numbers, but they gave it to So Severe, and I'm not mad at that. Severe had a great performance, and he had a short time to prepare. Being that he was already preparing for Chef. So it was like he got thrown a monkey wrench twice. So it's like he got thrown a monkey wrench once. So I'm glad to see him go forward. And that's the thing. We really are hands-on in each division. So I'm pulling for damn near everybody. I mean, obviously, it would be extra special if somebody from my side got it. Just for bragging rights.
Yeah.
But end of the day, these are all guys that we all mutually agreed upon that were dope enough to even, be a part of this fight. So I'm not mad at anybody winning.
And looking at the final 8, you're going into the quarterfinals now. I love too, because looking at the rosters before the matches were even made, the very first round 1 matches. It's like, holy shit, what if these 2 matched up? What are those 2 matched up? And the controversy of the Fractiz thing, the other things where people might say it's robbery or whatever, it seems like, the judges pretty much got it right. Some people shined. It's not that people sucked that day, but other people capitalized on the opportunity. And now we look at the final 8. See, looking at face value going in, you look at final 8, you'd be like, oh, Diz, Thesaurus, Real Deal, Marv One, Sharon, right? Head Ice. Think it's all going to be those top names, but it's a mixture. And I love too what how Hayes has reinvented himself. He's no longer Saya Boy. But yeah, so looking at this final 8, when you've done this shit before with these bracket tournaments, where you get guys who they're not up and comers, like they've had 4 battles in their life, but they're definitely not known as much as a Thesaurus or a Diz, especially to the KOTD fans. So when you see this final 8, is this kind of the medley that you guys were looking for, or you yourself even were looking for or hoping for in the end?
Yo, I'm as shocked as you guys are at a lot of these things. Like, I'm not as shocked that Hayes is doing well. You know what I mean? I've worked with him multiple times in the past, from the grind time days on, and he's been one of the most versatile MCs. He's one of the only dudes other than Hollow that came from the 106 and Park shit and really thrived in this era of battle rap. Most people from that 106 and Park shit really didn't know how to make the transition. That was a long time ago. But Shire always had that mixture. He knew how to, he knows how to, the problem with battle rap now a lot of times is people just rap. Like, a lot of battle rappers just rap for other battle rap fans. Like, you literally have to follow everything about rap to get the punchlines, to get the references.
That was my problem when I just started with this. That was a lot of the battles when I just started looking into this. I did not follow the soap opera, so I wasn't sure what the fuck a lot of people were saying. You know what I mean?
And I try to tell people. That's why I try to tell people on the Twitch thing. I say, look, we give these guys. We coach these guys. You know what I mean? And we tell them, we're like, look, Twitch is a whole new platform. We're going to have a lot of people, obviously our regular fan base that just supports battles, they're going to be here. But Twitch also has a whole other fan base from gaming and other means of entertainment that they're going to be looking for something to watch, and they don't know who any of us are. You understand what I'm saying? They don't know who a Poison Pen is, who a Disaster, who a nothing. They're just watching entertainment. So my thing is, you have to cater to these people too.
Yep.
So it's like, and the thing, Saya, aka Hayes, if you just turn on your laptop, go on your phone, or turn the TV on or whatever, and you watch Saya, Hayes, whatever the fuck, like he says things that everyone can relate to. So you could just watch him and be like, oh, he's dope. Like he keeps his shit relatable, but he still knows how to get at you at the same time, but he knows how to keep that appeal to the average. I don't have to follow battle rap for 8 years and know what happened at this event in 2014 that 4 people was at to get the reference. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, you can just pick up and go along when it comes to Hayes. And that's a good thing. Like, sometimes that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm glad to see him make his reinvention. In wrestling, they call it the repackaging. You know what I'm saying? The man went down to developmental for a while and came back up as somebody else. He left as Skip Sheffield and came back as Ryback. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it, man. I mean, do you feel like, though, like you're talking about people can just catch on to what he's saying and all, do you think that's just because that's his style, or do you think it has a little to do with the fact that this isn't his first rodeo and he's done enough that he can reinvent himself and he does know who's watching and it's a different time?
See, I like you. I fucking like you. Exactly. But exactly. And he already came from that realm from BET. He came from that realm where you had to throw a little lighthearted reference in, because you on BET, you gotta appeal to a bunch of 15-year-olds and shit that was watching. I mean, so he knows how to have a larger appeal. And then when he knew how to apply that to each audience, whether it was the BET teenager audience, whether it was the hardcore, more lyrical audience of a grind time, whether it was a more street audience of a bullpen. Like he knew how to mold his style for each, but he also kept what makes him great in each realm as well. So that's why he's doing so well now.
But see, and that's such an interesting conversation, though, especially when you're talking about Twitch, because the flip side of that coin, as you know, is like, you know, you got like a Diz, let's say, right? That like, you know what you're getting with Diz. Everybody knows what they're getting with Diz, and they either are here for it or they want to see him lose. I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't matter where he's at, what he's doing, if it's a movie, if it's underground, if it's on a track, if it's in a battle. Like Diz is Diz is Diz is Diz. And I find that interesting, though, because like there are so many people now, like you were just saying, that are like, Saya, what? Oh, okay. That knew who he was before. There are people who had no idea who he was before now that don't know he might be an underdog or a dark horse, that just straight up like him because they can pick that up. But it's interesting to me that you get the Dizzes or a Thesaurus who is maybe a little bit more versatile with his style than a Diz, but like is still Thesaurus. Is that helpful or detrimental if it's Twitch? So like, to me, I've been on the fence about that, because the new people watching that don't know these people, that don't know their style, that don't know the stories, don't know what's going on, but they're also at the level they're at, not just because of their skill, but because of their charisma and their appeal. So like, where's the line? Mm-hmm. Like, you got somebody, no idea what's going on, no idea what the fuck Diz is talking about. Shit, some of us don't know what the hell Diz is talking about half the time, that are still going to get on Twitch and love the guy. You know, so like, it's a weird thing to me where you can be like Hayes because he knows how to morph, but then still have a Diz who couldn't morph if his entire life depended on it because he just does what he does. And there are still people out here being like, oh, that guy, dope. Like, it's weird to me.
And that's the beauty of it all. That's the beauty of it all, because you still have something, the diehards, you still have a Diz to choose from. So it's a palette. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fat man. It's a buffet. You go shoot, you pick up the fuck you like. There's something you like over there. You know what I mean? So we have it all. You know what I mean? So if you just like the intricate, the multis and that relentless attack, there's disaster. You know what I mean? So like there's different elements. You know what I mean? Everyone's not the same, which is why we chose the guys we chose. We chose a very diverse palette of talent.
So of the ones that are not, you know, like we kind of touched on this earlier, and you just spent a whole lot of time talking about Hayes. Of the ones that maybe have been battling but haven't been like KOTD superstars, you know, but have been around for a minute, are any of those surprising to you? Like, I mean, Hayes obviously has reinvented himself, so he's been maybe the bigger story of the not Dizzes and not Thesauruses in the tournament, but like, who else? I mean, you've got a few people that have gotten their first KOTD looks, but a lot of these guys have had KOTD battles but are not big KOTD guys. Like, which ones, are any of them surprising you?
Who I'm trying to say, I have to go through my mind and see who was making a debut and who wasn't. Matter of fact, Jay Murder. These are his first King of the Dot battles ever. So those were amazing debuts.
Oh, but that's not a surprise to you, though.
It's not a surprise, but you never know what the audience is gonna like, because Jay Murder, he has a healthy online following, but a lot of things. It's funny, like, cause how you see how people follow this to hate this. Like, it's a similar thing with Jay Murder. Like, people just like to just discredit everything he does, so people follow him just to say he sucks. And he obviously doesn't suck. He's obviously one of the best motherfuckers out, but you know, but he has that interesting. So I mean, it's not a surprise that he was doing well, but it's to see him be received as well over here. But the funny thing is, no matter what he does, every battle people say he's gonna lose, but he doesn't end up losing. You know what I mean? It's funny how, and this is no disrespect, Jay Murder's battle resume these past few years has been amazing, right? comes in the first round. Who did he battle in the first round? He battled Rich Dollars. Cook Rich Dollars, right?
Oh my God, that was crippling.
Rich Dollars is a legend, but Murder decisively got that, right?
That fucking line him up, that's a unibrow, gun butt in the mouth, tooth come out, that's a root canal. Oh my fucking God. I was watching that by myself and I lost my shit like I was in a crowd of 50,000 people. That was fucking nuts.
Murder is amazing, bro. Murder is amazing. But so he did that to Rich Dollars. Nobody give him credit. Everybody talks about every other battle in the tournament. Nobody gives him credit. He advances. Battles. He goes to battle his brother Show Off. Right. Them niggas is family. Right. He battles Show Off. Oh, people like everybody took show. Counted Murder out again. Nobody gives him no fucking credit. He wins that. Now keep in mind, and outside of this shit, he got classics with Daylight, JC. He beat B Magic in a judged battle, beat him for money. Right? Murder got all this on his resume. Yeah, but every time he comes into a battle, nobody ever gives him credit. They always give the other person credit. Now look at this. Fucking Times, no disrespect. Times is dope. I know who Times was for years, but in the King of the Bad thing, nobody knew who Times was to that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? But Times beat Real Deal, which was fucking amazing. Times beat Real Deal, and really did. He beat Real Deal, and then he did his thing versus City, right? So now he's battling Jay Murder, and I go to the fucking talk back. Yo, Times is gonna kill Murder. Time. Yo, where do you get this from, bro? Like, no one ever gives Murder his fucking credit. No one, but then he wins again. It's like, yo, you just heard the Times last week, bro. Now all of a sudden he's gonna kill Jay Murder, the motherfucker that Daylight couldn't kill.
Yep.
The motherfucker that B Magic couldn't kill.
Yep.
Really?
This is no, and like fucking, looking at it at face value going in. I talked to when we had King Fly on, I talked about this. Guys that you might not be familiar with that are in this tournament, and then there's guys like Show Off and Jay Murda. And like I mentioned even earlier in this episode, KOTD, that's what I pay attention to the most. I still watch battles from other places. I've watched Jay Murda and Show Off. I've watched their battles before, but not as much as I watch people who are underneath the KOT umbrella for whatever event, right? Because I'm tuned into that battle, right? So I'm fucking dialed in this though, because every battle, every bar, every round, it means something. There's big consequences, so I'm fucking dialed in. Man, I want so much more Jay Murder and Show Off in my life after seeing this shit, right? So fucking it brings fans more to them, and like you said, he's getting counted out by a lot of people, but I think that's just they're not familiar with him.
But the funny thing is they wasn't familiar with Times neither.
Me neither. Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, but motherfuckers are still quick to say, "Oh, Times is gonna kill Murder." Like, what do you base that on? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
they based it on Real Deal. They based it on him beating Real Deal.
Yeah, but what did Murder do this entire tournament? Like, what did Murder do this tournament?
Yeah. No, I get it. I thought and still think Real Deal beat Times.
You think so?
Yeah, man. Direct told me I'm out of my fucking mind, basically. What's that?
I got to go back to it to watch it again.
Oh, I thought you said I could get going.
No, man, your opinion, bro. I can never be like we can disagree, but I'm not gonna be mad at somebody's opinion if they can vocalize the reason to feel that way. It's all good.
Yeah,
I'm not that person. I'm not that dude, bro.
yeah. No.
Building downtown.